Hey guys, what's up? Basketballer here. We are now in this fifth game and the last, by the way, for this February 17, 2022 NBA Game Day. This is Houston Rockets with a record of 15 and 42, visiting Los Angeles Clippers, displaying a record of 29 and 31. This game will be played at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's going to be 11:30 a.m. here in Manila. Again, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Basketballer. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. Right, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings so that we can have a closer look on these two teams. Where is it? Hold on. Um, yeah, where is it? There you go. Sorry about that. So let's start with Houston Rockets. They are the number 15, or the last in the Western Conference. Out of their last 10 games, they have only won once. And approaching this game, they are on a 6-game losing streak. Now, for their opponent, the Los Angeles Clippers, they are at number 8, right at the middle. For their last 10 games, they have only won 4 games. So yeah, they are showing also a bit of inconsistencies. And approaching this game, they are also coming off a loss. On this game, Los Angeles Clippers will have the home court advantage. In terms of the momentum, we can just skip that part because both teams have been losing lately. Well, I know Clippers ain't that it's not having that bad of a season as Houston Rockets, but again, Clippers is also coming off a loss. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams rather just came off their rest day. And for LA Clippers, now looking at their injury list, I see 5 players out. We got Jason Preston, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Jay Scrubb, and Norman Powell. So 5 players confirmed out for the Clippers. And for Houston Rockets, we got 2 players confirmed out, Garuba and John Wall. And we have Christian Wood and KPJ, or Kevin Porter Jr., tagged as a day-to-day or game time decision. The spread on this, it opened with the Clippers with -10. As we speak, it is now at -10.5. Well, you know what? I stand corrected. Actually, Houston Rockets played last night. So in terms of fatigue, Los Angeles Clippers should have an advantage because, again, the Rockets played last night and they went up against Phoenix Suns and they actually lost by 3 points. I missed that one. Sorry about that. All right, so here we go. Well, obviously, the Clippers got a lot of advantages coming into this game. Number one, they are at home. Number two, they're coming off their rest, while the Rockets must be tired of the game that they had against the number 1 team in the NBA, Phoenix Suns. Well, they kept it close though, so that was a gallant effort for Houston Rockets. Another thing is that in terms of form, I know Los Angeles Clippers is not having that. It's not having, again, the same kind of form as Houston, but still, both teams are not showing good forms. But at least the Los Angeles Clippers have won 4 out of their last 10. In terms of their starting lineup, the Los Angeles Clippers is looking okay. Of course, I'm not talking about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Right? The starting lineup that they've been using for the past weeks or for the past months, they are there again, except for Norman Powell, who's not available for this game. Now I'm looking at Houston Rockets. They actually look different, and they actually look good on that game against Phoenix Suns. It seems like Dennis Schroeder is actually looking good in the Houston Rockets uniform. He actually scored a lot. He had I don't know, 23 points, I guess that was on that game against Phoenix Suns. Very timely because Kevin Porter Jr. was not able to suit up and play for them. So if Dennis Schroeder would actually continue to produce like he did last night, well, expect some wins to be scratched along the record of Houston Rockets, man. Now imagine Christian Wood and KPJ coming back, and they would have like Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench with that kind of points onto his name, man. That will be something huge. The question is, is Dennis Schroeder gonna come off the bench? We don't know. Again, we don't know what their plans is, but just having Dennis Schroeder perform that way is already a huge lift for Houston Rockets. Now, I know Houston Rockets must be a bit tired on this, but the spread of 10.5, I guess, is too big for Los Angeles Clippers to cover. Especially Powell is actually out, so I'm actually siding with the Houston Rockets. I know they lost that game last night, but that must be like some sort of I know it sounds corny, but that must be some sort of a moral victory for Houston Rockets, man. They didn't have Christian Wood, they didn't have Kevin Porter Jr., but they made it, they made it that close against the best team in the NBA. So somehow they must have some sort of momentum and motivation coming onto this game, and that's why I believe Houston Rockets should be able to cover the spread of 10.5. So our pick would be Houston Rockets plus 10.5. Peace out, pass I love, and God bless.